The coolest thing happened to me last week. Let me tell you the story about when me and some of your favorite e-bike YouTubers invaded the Lectric headquarters in Phoenix, Arizona. I mean, just take a look at this motley crew. There was Alex from Maximum Charged, Mike from Run Bike Mike, Mike from Electric Revolution, Mike from Mike Fitty, Eddie from Shreddy McSkate, Kyle from Area 13, Griffin from Electric Bike Report, Scott from Scott Hardesty, Tim from Shoot the Chit, Rick and Ben from Run Playback, Andrew from Freshly Charged, Matt from Electric All Wheel, Jeremiah from Jeremiah McIntosh, Mitch from Ride Review, Celine from Electrified Latina, Chris from Chris Crossed, Chris from E-Bike Products, Ryan and JT from E-Bike Escape, Gary from Gary's E-Bike Adventure, Lance from The Ride with Lance, Gary from The Curiosity Cafe, Kevin from The Frickin' Shredder, and David from David Brand New. Now this wasn't a hostile takeover, but very much the opposite. Lectric actually invited us to come check out the place they call home and share with us a few secrets about how they became the #1 selling e-bike company in America in only 5 short years. On top of that, they're releasing 2 brand new e-bikes, and I get to show you one of them in this video today. So here's how the trip started. After getting up at 4 a.m. to catch a 7 a.m. flight, I made my way to the airport. After a short 3-hour flight, I went from 50-degree fall temperatures in the Northwest to 110 degrees in Phoenix. It was hot. After checking in, checking out the hotel, and a short afternoon siesta, I met up with a group of my peers and we went out for dinner and a few beers. I gotta tell you, it was so cool meeting all the people that I've been watching on YouTube. It felt like I already knew most of them because these guys are just the same in real life as they are in front of the camera. Bright and early the next morning was time for the coordinated Lectric takeover. As we all piled into their HQ, the first area we saw was the repair and maintenance sector. This is where all the warranty work happens, and if you're local, Lectric lets all Lectric e-bike owners pop in for free bike tune-ups. How cool is that? The next area we saw was the customer service area, and man, these guys are serious about their customer service reputation. But more on that later. It kind of felt like we were intruding and all the employees were just there on display, but everyone was stoked to have us there as we all have the same mission: to get more people out on bikes. We all sat down and watched Levi, Lectric's CEO, give an incredible speech about how proud he is of his team and their goals for the future. So let me give you the Coles notes. Right after the first of many 2 claps, Levi showed us their simple and effective mission plan. Plain and simple, it's to be the greatest urban transportation solution ever. They plan on achieving that by providing huge value when people buy a bike from them, and amazing customer service by going above and beyond and wowing their customers every time there's an interaction. That's why most of the accessories you need with a bike are already included in the box. This takes away 2 things: frustration from the customer from not having what they need, and losing extra money on shipping things independently. This is how they've been able to absorb all the recent tariffs and never increase their prices, as the team and product line is uber efficient. In a short 5-year period, Lectric has become the single best-selling e-bike brand in America, and they are not taking their thumb off the throttle. See what I did there? After unveiling their first pinion gearbox bike in March, the Lectric 1, the Lectric Express in April, and then the XP Lite 2.0 in June, Lectric is now introducing 2 more new bikes to the market, and I get to show you one of them today. Meet the brand new Lectric Expedition 2.0, their fully revised and updated cargo e-bike. So let's go for a ride and I'll show you everything there is to know about the bike. I teamed up with my good buddy Mike from Run Bike Mike, got a destination set on my phone, hopped on a brand new Expedition 2.0, and we were off. Woo! Oh, that wind feels so good.
Oh man, 104 degrees.
Later, losers! The Expedition 2.0 is Lectric's new cargo e-bike. Whether you want to outfit it with the XL pannier bags, a kid carrier back seat, or the big orbiter back seat, this thing will take you and whatever else you want to take wherever you want to go. The new bike is available in 2 colors: the Raindrop Blue that Mike's riding, and the Stratus White that I'm on today. It's also got a few battery options depending on how far you plan on traveling on your rides or your level of range anxiety. You can choose from a single 13 or dual 13 amp hour battery totaling 26 amp hours, or you can beef up those batteries to 17.5 each for a total of 35 amp hours. The one thing that the team at Lectric is mostly proud of is their newly designed in-house torque sensor for the best-in-class performance at higher power levels. You can actually tweak in the menu settings how fast the torque sensor picks up and how much power it multiplies on top of yours. Up front, the bike sports a new front fork with a dual 50mm spring and a through axle. The frame is fully redesigned to be longer with updated tubing. And let me tell you, this thing looks polished. They updated the old 7-speed Shimano drivetrain with this brand new 8-speed Shimano drivetrain with rapid fire shifters. And on top of the new tubing, the bike is just longer with an extended wheelbase. This gives you added stability at speeds and additional space for cargo. It's got a brand new extra wide stance kickstand. The new tires the Expedition 2.0 rolls on are narrower than most. They're 20-inch in diameter and 2.5 inches wide. This is for better maneuverability and handling. They've also updated to a color display and turn signals. And the last main thing they've upgraded on the cockpit is lock-on grips and a trigger shifter. So for the powertrain, the Expedition 2.0 features a 750-watt M24 motor that peaks out at over 1,300 watts. Let's see how fast we can get it going.
All right, time to find out what these bad boys got in the tank. From what we're told, throttle will take us to 20 miles an hour, and then it's up to us to get anything extra. What's the quoted top speed, Mike?
28.
28? You think we can get there?
Based off of our riding right now, I think we can do it.
You think so? All right. Okay, throttle only. I'm in pedal assist number 5. So are you?
Yep.
Okay, let's go. 1, 2, 3, go. 10 miles an hour, 15, 18, and 20. Not bad acceleration.
Yeah, pretty good.
Let's see if we can get up to 28. Let's pedal. 25, 26, 27, 28. No problems. It feels like it wants to do more.
Yeah, it really
right?
does.
It feels like it just stops you at 28.
Yeah.
Must be a legal thing, right?
Yeah. It'd be awesome if you could like kind of break through that.
Yeah.
It definitely felt like there's more power.
Yeah, it definitely feels like there's more back there. I really like that blue, man. That looks awesome.
The load capacity on the new Expedition is 450 pounds. That's not you plus 450 pounds, it's just you and the cargo adding up to about 450 pounds. If you guys have seen any of my other videos, the first test I usually do is the hill climb. But I gotta be honest with you guys, the route Mike and I took was fairly flat. But what I can tell you is that both Mike and I could definitely feel the torque in this bike.
It's surprising to how much torque this thing feels like it has.
Well, you know what? For 450-pound cargo capacity, the thing needs a decent amount of torque, right?
Sure.
I wonder if they do the gearing different in a cargo bike rather than like a regular commuter bike.
Yeah, that's a good question. And this thing is consistently putting out 600, 700 watts.
Yeah.
Real smooth.
I wonder if we have them in the higher settings too. Remember, like he was saying, like the P8, 11, and 22?
Yeah, that's right. How you can customize it.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I think I want this over my Inventing Abound car. Yeah, Abound. This thing's great. Go get some groceries on this sucker.
Yeah. I put the kid basket in there, take him to school.
Heck yeah, man.
Yeah. Okay, so most of the bikes we review on the channel are much shorter. This Expedition is so long. I mean, look at how much room there is behind the cranks. You know, obviously it's to fit cargo, but I'm not used to riding a bike that long. So let's see how it handles. Let's get up to speed and do a couple turns on it. There we go, throttle up to 20 miles an hour. Wow. It is so smooth. It's not as responsive and as twitchy as the shorter bikes, but it's very stable. Like, look at this. Super, super stable. No speed wobble, no nothing. Very nice. That just ups the perception of quality on a bike. Just a good handling bike is worth its weight in gold. Think about how much time you're gonna spend on this if it handles like crap, you're not gonna like riding it. You might like riding this. Oh my God, it's so hot. Feels like I'm riding a bike in an oven. Ugh.
And there's Ben.
Brake test.
I think the brakes work.
Brakes are working. Oh, it's already warm. It was ice cold when we left like 15 minutes ago.
It's like drinking a hot water tap.
Okay, I'm not in my usual spot, but here's how we're gonna set up the brake test. Here's my marker. This is about 20 feet to the lamp pole here. I'm gonna go full speed on the new Lectric Expedition and use these big hydraulic disc brakes and see if I can stop within a 20-foot distance. And you guys know my philosophy on brake power, right? If the bike can go a certain speed, it should definitely be able to stop within a reasonable amount of distance, right? That's just safe. I should be able to get some decent speed here. I'm gonna turn around. 3, 2, 1, go. And I'm gonna pedal because the only way to get top speed with this bike is by pedaling. 25, 26, 27. Here's a lamp pole and brake. What? What? There's still like a good bike length right here. I don't know if it's a combination of good rubber, good brakes, very hot pavement. So I'm sure the rubber is just sticking like crazy. But as far as braking's concerned, this bike gets a check. Nice work, guys. Look at this place.
That's pretty cool.
It looks like a water park.
Yeah. I'm swimming.
Want to go for a dip?
So the new Expedition 2.0 is not designed to be an unstoppable off-road weapon, but it sure won't shy away from any gravel, grass, or some light trails. The front suspension has been upgraded with this 2.0 model. The dual 50mm springs have a perfect blend of plush and support. In the back, well, the bike doesn't have any rear suspension to maximize cargo carrying capabilities, but you could add a suspension seat post to increase your ride comfort if that's something you wanted.
She goes!
Both the batteries and the full electrical system on this bike is UL certified. That means that you just don't have to worry about this bike catching fire if you're out for a ride or recharging the batteries. And Lectric's not reinventing the wheel here. You still get free shipping with the bike, and when you get the box, it only requires a 1-minute tool-free assembly with the through axle. That's it. All the upgrades on the new Expedition 2.0 would easily be worth a few $100. And with the added tariffs from the government, adding an extra 10, 15, 20% onto their price would not be out of place. But Lectric is holding strong at the original Expedition price of $13.99. That's for the 13 amp hour battery with 70 miles of range. If you want to double that, the dual 13 amp hour battery, 150 mile range, goes for $60.99. And if you want the long range Mega Dual model, for $19.99, you get dual 17.5 amp hour batteries with 220 miles of range. Of course, that depends on where you ride and how heavy you are and how fast you go and how much you want the bike to work for you.
What a pretty place to ride, man. If you guys haven't been down in Phoenix, Arizona, it's hot, but it's super pretty for a desert town. I think coming up here, we take a hard right. Where are we? This is like an oasis. Hey? Palm trees, running water. Ooh! They jump. Run, bike, jump, Mike.
My wife and kids are gone and going wild.
Oh, look at that.
There's a hole in the rock.
Bro. We gotta do it. Right? Don't we have to do it? We have arrived at our destination. Hilton, Phoenix, resort at the peak. Okay, directions. Biking, 58 minutes. Okay, hold on. We'll just take a selfie then. I don't think Google Maps knows
how quick
these things can go.
That at 14 miles an hour.
Right?
Not 130.
You ready? 1, 2, 3. Nice.
So, $1 million question. Who's the new Lectric Expedition 2.0 really for? It's no secret that this bike is going to be for someone who wants to carry a lot of stuff, or maybe a lot of extra little people with you out on a ride. But all jokes aside, I feel like the person who's going to want to buy this bike will value 3 things. 1, being cargo capacity. I'm not just talking about the 450-pound payload that this bike can roll with. I'm talking about the quality cargo carrying options that Lectric's going to give you. Like this really nice dual kid carrier, or the super high quality pannier bags that they have available. Number 2 is huge range, or should I say range options. Giving their customers the choice between 13, 26, and 35 amp hours was a really smart move on Lectric's part. And to be perfectly honest, other than a really restricted budget, I don't see why you wouldn't go for the 35 amp hours. Having your range anxiety just melt away and be able to go wherever you want is going to be very freeing and makes owning a bike like this very enjoyable. And number 3 is value. Lectric made a very good bike here, and they upgraded pretty much every component from the original Expedition, which was already a bestseller in the cargo e-bike market. On top of that, the new bike feels so polished, and it has every UL certification you'd want if you were going to own a bike like this. And Lectric did all of that without increasing their prices. So if you want to check out the new Expedition 2.0 and potentially order one for yourself, the first link in the description will take you right to their website. You can see all the current promotions they've got going on it. And I might even have a discount code to help you guys even further with the purchase of a bike. I want to thank everybody at Lectric for being so welcoming and having me in their home. And I want to thank every one of you guys for watching, because without you, none of this happens. So thank you. And we'll see you in the next video, I guess, which will be right there. That one there. Okay, bye.